This is Lisa Grove, and I'm going to walk you through the case study on page 142 of our text. This will be creating a report showing invoice frequency and revenue distribution by product. So, of course, the first thing we need to do is create our pivot table. And the pivot table fields I'm going to select are product description and sales amount. Okay, now I also need two filters because the regional managers need to see this and the market managers need to see this. So I'm going to drag region and market down under the filter field. And as you can see, they are now up here at the top of the pivot table. Now I need to create a chart. So I come up to Insert, Pivot Chart, and I just want the 2D clustered column. And so now at this point, this is showing me all the different products and their sales amounts. Okay. All right. So now I want to attach a timeline to this pivot chart so that the regional and market managers can pull out a month, a quarter, a day if they want to, and see what their sales were according to those different time constraints. So up here on my Analyze ribbon, I've got Insert Timeline, and I am going to be looking at invoice dates. So you check that and you say OK. And there's our timeline. Okay. So right now it's showing months for 2007 and 2008, but as you know, we can change that to make it be whatever we'd like to be. Okay, now, the only buttons I need on this pivot chart are region and market, so I can get rid of sum of sales amount, which you can do by right-clicking and say Hide the Value Field button. And I don't need product description anymore either, so I can do the same thing. I can right-click and hide it. Okay, so at this point, I can send this to all the regional managers and all the market managers, and they can pull out whatever data they would like. So say, for example, the regional manager for the Midwest wants to look at his sales. All he has to do is filter it by the Midwest and say OK. And that is all the Midwest sales. If he wants to look at certain date or time or month, all he has to do is come up to the timeline and click on February. That gives him all his February invoices. If he would like to look at a quarter, he can look at the third quarter of 2007 by clicking that, and there's his third quarter sales. By the same token, we put this back to all. The market manager can also look at his invoices. He just has to select his market and say OK. And there are the totals for Florida. I haven't changed this, so we're still only looking at the third quarter of 2007. But we are just looking at the Florida market. And that is how you do the case study beginning on page 142 of our text. And there is the APA citation. Thank you very much.